Sanctuary, would somebody be able to help me grab them?
Yes, where
I believe they're on the platform, left-hand side if you're facing the platform.
Left-hand
On
side?
the left-hand side on top of the actual platform.
And what is it? Does it have a title?
Ministering with Puppets, and then there's a guide to puppetry. There should be 2 pieces of paper.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
So as we get that for you, how many of you guys have a puppet ministry at your church? Okay, great. How many of you are currently involved in puppet ministry at your church? All right, well this is great. I have a fresh new batch of people that I don't have to worry about boring with all this stuff. So today we're going to talk about a lot of different topics in puppetry. We're going to cover a few different things, green screen, which is something that we have just recently gotten involved in. By the way, my name is Ray Munoz, not Munez. It's a typo on the thing. So this is my home church, Hope Center Church here, Pastor Brandon Woolman. I am the Children's Ministry Director here. So we oversee the room that you are sitting in currently is our kids' church. So it may not look like it, but every Sunday we transform this room to a completely different looking place. So you see where those lights are kind of going in right there. That's where our lights are attached there. Our puppet stage sits on the back end over here where those tables are. We use that wall as a projector screen, and we completely changed this place up. So if you are running a small church and you're saying, hey, I don't have a ton of room, I have to use this room, if you could just pass one out to everybody, he can help you out right there. Everybody gets one sheet. And
raise your hand if you need one.
Everybody, I believe, needs one.
Everybody?
If you're running a small church or you're running in a room that you constantly have to tear down and set up, you're not in the boat alone. We do it every Sunday. We've been doing it every Sunday for the last, I want to say, 20 years, maybe 17 years. So it's completely possible. We have transformed this room to a cave, to a circus, the Wizard of Oz, you name it, we've done it. And at the back over here is Missy White, and she is our, that's her hand right there, she's going to help me out. She is the person who I learned a good chunk of my puppet ministry stuff from. And we bounced ideas off of each other all the time, and we come up with all these crazy different things that we can come up with. So if you have your paper, you can look here. It says, how do I use a puppet? Let's just first talk about using a puppet. What is one way that we can use these? Whenever I use mine, it looks like a dead fish. How many have ever seen a puppet? Missy, can you give me a dead fish puppet? A puppet that has no life, that is just dead in the water.
They get 2 papers.
Yes. So imagine your puppet being a person, and that person just looking at you like this. That is not how people look. That is not how people talk, and if they do, then we think something is definitely wrong with them. Yes, my favorite is where they look at the ceiling. They hang over the side. My favorite is the forward-faced one. That one right there. The cliffhangers, yes. So, if your puppet is looking like this, it's wrong. Everybody say, it's wrong.
It's wrong.
Dead fish is wrong. Okay? Give your puppet some life, okay? We're not expecting, we're not experts in this subject. I am in no way, shape, or form an expert on this subject. But however, this has not stopped us here at this church. This has not stopped us from learning how to be better. Thank you. This has not stopped us from learning to try to be the best that we can be. With the amount of people we have and the amount of, budget, everything comes down to all that stuff, but we try to do the best with absolutely everything that we have. There are so many resources out there online. YouTube is probably our hugest resource. We are constantly looking up other people's puppets and seeing what they're doing and seeing what we can take from there. As you can see here at the other form that you have, it's I looked up a video called Puppetry 101, Becoming a Puppet Master and a Guide to Puppetry. This right here itself was a huge help. And I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but Missy, why don't you pull up a different puppet so that way we can, give me the purple one. So that way we can kind of see what these different subjects look like. So this right here, we don't have a name for this guy, but he's fun. Okay, it's purple, and He's kind of creepy, but he's also kind of cute. So, yeah. So everything says control. This fundamental aspect of puppetry. Anyone can have can wave a puppet around. Wave your puppet around. Yep, that's uncontrollable. Yes. You know, when you're doing a song and you have that one person that's doing puppets and they're just doing this, there is nothing fun about that. Your arm is going to get tired. It's all about conserving energy when you're doing a 6-minute song, and I decide to do that. And Missy, yes, Missy knows. When you're doing a 6-minute song, it's not going to be half fun. Have stability. Show us what a controlled dancing puppet, even going crazy, you know, they have control of it. It looks like it's a little bit more stable. The puppet's not waking around going crazy the entire time. Okay? Eye focus is a big thing too. You want to make sure that your puppets are looking at your children. Okay? When we did the dead fish, looking at the ground. When we do the one where he's up there, looking at the ceiling. Your kids are neither any of those places, so make sure that your puppet is making eye contact with your children. A lot of times, I will take, can you hand me one? I'm sorry. Hand me, yeah, that one's a good one. So when we're using a puppet, and we're trying to make eye contact, especially if I'm up there, I look at someone and I'll go like this. I don't know which kid I'm looking at, but I know I'm looking at one of these kids. So that's making eye contact. And so you don't know what that 4-year-old, 5-year-old is thinking when he sees her, but he goes, that bird just looked at me. You know, you're making eye contact and you're making your kids feel so special by just simply doing. See? See that smile I got out of that? Simply by just giving my attention to somebody. And you can do that. And whether or not you're actually seeing who you're doing, because when you're back there, you can't see everybody directly. But at least you know, hey, I know I have kids here, I have kids here. And I'm just going to put that. You know, and you're just giving them that attention. Eye contact is key, okay? Puppet choreography, we are really bad at this, but when we do it, we're really good at it. Okay? So a lot of times we don't have our songs scheduled as well as we should. I will be the first to admit that, and Missy will second that. Yes. Okay, sometimes I will throw a song on last minute because I find something, I'm like, oh, this is awesome, and we don't have any choreography for it. So a lot of up and down, do up and down. Sometimes if I'm doing like a, hey, if you love Jesus, you love Jesus, you know, that's choreography. It doesn't have to be full-on 3D motion moving. It just has to be something that's like, hey, one person's singing the lead, the next person, all the other ones are going to jump up. And so we do a lot of gospel songs for our puppets because the kids really love it, and then we can do a lot of the call and response stuff. And then this one's a really important one. You need to give your puppet some ground. Missy, can you show me a puppet with no ground that is just kind of moving everywhere? And yes, there is no, that's not realistic to me. A puppet moving that fast, moving across the room like this. But if you give your puppet some sort of ground, show me some walking down some steps really quick. See what the difference is on that? You're giving your puppet some ground and saying, hey, oh, there's some stairs back there. We were like, so Missy, why don't we have this puppet walk down some stairs, and all of a sudden, okay, he's gone, and he decides to walk back up another set of stairs. So we did this as a in-between kind of session with our puppet, and I kept telling the puppet, okay, I'll see you later. He's like, okay, I'll see you later. And then he'd walk out on the other side, oh, I found another hallway. And there was a secret room with all these down lights, put up lights. Every week we asked, and we have 4 black lights, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we set them up all across this section here is where our puppets are at. But that way we don't have to tear those down and set them up every day. Are they just about done with the last session? Or are you good?
Oh.
No, okay, I just wanted to make sure. I don't know how much time we had.
Yeah.
Any questions? Yes?
That big handheld puppet, what do you guys call that?
I just call it this one right here.
Yeah, that one.
I just call it the base.
Okay.
So it's cardboard, and we glued the fabric around it, and then we drew in the eye, or no, I'm sorry, we cut out the eyes. I don't remember what we did. And it's really just angled PVC pipe and pull noodles. I mean, this one's in a little bit bad condition just because we've used it so much, but these have been our newest ones that are really cool. Another thing, if you're interested in blacklight puppets, who's ever been to the Dollar Tree? If you're in children's ministry, you live at the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has poster boards for, how much are they, miss?
Usually like $3 for $1.
$3 for $1. 3 poster boards, you can get the fluorescent colors, the pinks, the greens, and the yellows are usually the best ones to get. Get that, purchase a Sharpie marker, a thick Sharpie marker, and you can draw whatever you want. We did David and Goliath with our noodle people. We have a Goliath noodle person that is probably touching the ceiling in this room. And we have a little tiny boy one, which is our David, and we had David fight Goliath. And he threw a rock, which was, I think, a ping pong ball colored in fluorescent paint, and it hit him, and he falls to the ground. And then, this is the cool thing, so we take these curtains, and when David picks up his sword to chop off the head, he goes like this, and then we cover Goliath's body, so all you see is the head, and David's all, It's pretty graphic, but the kids loved it. But while we were doing that, we were like, how are we gonna have these two armies fight each other? So we started drawing all these different armies on both sides on those poster boards, and we're just moving them on sticks and just moving them across. And it looked like there was a massive army behind them. Like, something like that cost us maybe $10. But you know, the eyes that we did on that song Ghost with the monster, it was really one poster board, and we cut out the eyes, and we cut out the mouth and made it just go like that. And then, so with staffing, we did something like that on our children's revival that we have once a year. Now, I have a staff of 8 right now, and with that staff of 8, 4 of them are out every other service. So I technically have 4 to 5 people, and that's with including myself, every service. So we're really short-staffed right now. If I had everybody in here, I would be able to do the big things that I want. But even with all my staff, I wouldn't be able to do some of the stuff that we normally do. Tate, why don't you raise your hand really quick? Taylor right here in the back, he has helped us out a number of times. We asked our youth group if they would like to be involved in our children's revival. And those reports that we have them, we just say, hey, you need to come down, we're gonna practice these songs, and then we do a practice with them. So we get people involved that are not normally involved in our ministry. And if you're a ministry leader in here, that is a great way to get people involved in your ministry. Have people volunteer, because they'll end up falling in love with your ministry, okay? But with that, we kind of, you know, we just pull people in because we don't have manpower to do everything we want to do. So we ask for volunteers, ask for people to help you out. It's just one Sunday that they can come in and help you out. But that's as far as with that. Yes?
Yes. So is this a special one service you do, and you do something separate? Was it combined class?
For our normal puppets, or
normal puppets?
Normal puppets is every Sunday.
Oh, you do it every Sunday?
Every Sunday, yes. We try to have it as much as possible. Even when times I think that the kids don't enjoy it, when we don't have it because we're time constrained, we may cut it out at times. They'll ask for it. So
what's your breakdown of your service? You start with songs and do a lesson?
So it changes week to week. We try not to keep it the same. We have the same elements in the service of things we need to get done, but it changes but like we'll do our welcome, we have a countdown, a welcome, our rules, and then from there it alternates. So we might do puppets first thing, we might do a worship song, we might do a game, and we're constantly moving around. But the puppets will be in there. We use Planning Center online to keep everybody together. It's an app that has a schedule of your service. What did we use before that, Missy? Google Sheets?
Just like an Excel sheet.
Yeah, I think we had like an Excel sheet that we sent out to everybody that had a schedule of the service. So we try to keep everything organized so that way there's no guessing. We've picked that up from a lot of other churches where they all knew what they were doing, and that just worked for us. Any other questions? Yes, Dave.
What if like you're in another service, right, and you use the puppet falls off? What do you do?
And then, so we usually try not to have everybody back here. There will be a few of us that need to obviously keep the peace out here with the children. So if something like that was to happen, most of us would just run up and grab it and pick it up. I mean, the kids kind of know what's going on, so it's not, they just more enjoy seeing what's going to happen than they are about the realisticness of a puppet being alive. But we try to keep it as real as possible, or try to stay not your hands slipping out and stuff like that. Any other questions?
One more.
Let me get her real quick. I'll come to you. Yes.
What do you do in the case of disruptive children?
So my thing is I try to prevent that as much as possible. So if I notice a kid is being disruptive in like our game session, I'll purposely have a teacher sit with that kid or sit next to that kid, because 9 times out of 10 that child just needs attention. If it's a kid from your bus, it's most likely they're not getting it anywhere else, so they want to act out so they can get that attention from you. So best thing to do is just cover them with love and just be on board on asking them stuff and talking to them, so they don't have that time to be disruptive. If it's a kid from your church, same thing. You don't know what the situation is, even if their parents go to this church. So we try to treat every child as if they're all the same, coming from the same backgrounds, but we just try to be on top of that before it even happens. So it's all about watching your kids. If you're sitting back in the back of the room and all the kids are playing and you're just on your phone looking at your Instagram or trying to see what's going on, you're not in touch with your kids, and so that's gonna hurt you in your ministry. Then especially when you're trying to teach them or trying to talk to them, all they want to do is just get your attention, so they're gonna act out. So we try to be proactive on that and notice. I'll walk to one of my staff members and say, you need to keep an eye on Johnny because Johnny's acting up. I noticed him during games, he was fighting with some of the boys, so just keep an eye on him. So we try to make sure that we're on top of that before it even happens. I mean, when kids are disruptive, we try not to shine the light on them so much, so that way because then they've accomplished exactly what they want to do. So I'll usually have one of my staff members come up and talk to them and let them know, hey, we don't do this, and these are the rules. And then sometimes it happens, and sometimes it gets out of hand where we have to escort the child out, and if they're on the bus, then we need to have their bus driver come and connect with us and let them know, or we go get their parents. That's usually what we do with disruptive children. Yes?
Is this your main source you're using for the puppets, or do you have structures you build?
This is our main source, because like I said, we have to set up and tear down every week. So this is perfect. Jesse, do you know where we got these from? It's been eons since
I mean,
we
I use
purchased these.
different backdrops for scenery.
Oh, different backdrops? No, we use the black ones. We did have other ones before where they were colored and stuff like that. This seems to work best for our all around stuff that we need to do. But you can buy new curtains like these. But yeah, this is our main one that we use. Any other questions? I mean, they could be about anything really. I mean, we do a lot here, so. Yes, your balloon is up. No? Anybody else want to try some more puppets? Who wants to try the face? Yeah, you want to try the face? Come on up. Anybody else? Come on, this is interacting. Come on up. Yeah, you? Who has their hand up? I'm gonna start picking people then. All right, you're coming up. You're coming up. You're coming up. How many do I got? Oh, I have all these kids. Where did all these kids come from? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many I got back there, miss? Okay. Toss them over to them. No, don't put your hand there. No, just toss them, miss. That's the point. All right. Ooh. All right, Carol, hold on. Wobble, 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 wobble. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here, you hit my face. All right. You put that. Give that to someone else. So you're gonna hold the eyes up because we don't have them so secure right now. Put your hand right here in the middle. Yeah. All right. That should be good. All right. Let's see if we can do Ghost. Since I really like that song. Ghost! All right. All right. This is a little bit of a slower song. Why don't you guys, with the puppets, go ahead and get behind the stage. Yeah. If I need to lower it, well, I might do. You can stick out on the sides. We do have blacklight puppets so that we can actually walk out of the behind the stage and walk out to the kids with the blacklight puppets. All right, you ready?
There's a ghost.
So you're the lead?
There's a ghost inside of me.
No. His mouth is meant to be open.
Not like those draped in old bed sheets, saying trickle.
So all you guys will be down. Be down. Down.
Different.
So if you have a soloist, you want to get them to try to be, because if you have somebody out doing the same thing, they don't know where to focus
I'm
at.
scared to death, but puts my fears to rest.
All right, come up.
Oh,
That's what we're singing. Right here on the side.
Haunting me.
Remember, kind of push your head out and look down.
You are my
Make eye contact with your kids. Come out on this side.
ironic in a way. I'm no longer afraid, and the ghost is to blame.
All right, let's go back. Don't go back in. Okay, so let's try another song. Okay, so you'll be the lead again. Yeah, don't lead on this, because the worst thing Taylor asked, what happens if your puppet falls? That's probably not the worst thing that happens. The worst thing that happens is this whole entire thing falls down, and they see everybody like this. Okay? It's been done. Okay? Let's see. Hold on. All right, I got a song. You guys ready? All right, you're the lead. Everybody else, it's just like praise singing. When someone's praise singing, are you singing with the lead singer?
No.
No. Kick back until everybody sings it, all right? Here we go. So you can come up, start dancing around, move it. Remember, give yourself some ground. Come on, give a little movement, more movement than that. We're apostolic. You're looking up. Make sure you're looking towards here. All right, go down. Lead singer. No, you're singing.
Still you're calling me. When faith is lost and
All right, I'll tell you when. So imagine we practice this. I'm not the choir director, okay? Everybody. Over here on the side, yeah. Move your mouth. Move your hands a little bit more. There you go. Come on, act like you're singing in the shower. All right, everybody, bounce your heads. Here we go. Forward. And you're still singing. Now lean against the bucket stage. So you want to lean back forward? There you go. It's a little hard to do. Now lean against it. Back right. There you go. Now you got more room. Move around. Go up and down. All right, soloist time. Everybody go down.
never see it. You keep repeating.
Good.
Promises to live.
Hold that mouth down a little bit longer.
Nothing's gonna stop it. When you're started, the ceiling is complete.
All right, give everybody a hand, give everybody a hand. All right, I'm gonna pick some new people. Let's see, Tay, let's have you, because you're hiding from me, you didn't come up on this one. Sister Wang, you come on up, yeah, come on up. And how many do I have up here? There you go. You go ahead and give yours out, go ahead and sit down if you're ready, King.
Bro, I wasn't doing anything.
Thank you. We got two more. You can be Chomper. You can be a Fossil. So we give most of our puppets names. That's a Fossil. We actually have 3 of them. They're fossils. Chomper, Monkey. Don't have a name for him. Sunshine, she's one of our oldest ones. And what was the bird's name?
Squeaky.
Squeaky. Oh, because he had a squeaker in his mouth. So he used to talk to us with the squeaker. But the squeaker fell out and died, so now he doesn't talk. All right, we ready for another? Oh, you guys gotta get behind the puppet stage. Come on.
Hey, Taylor's too tall.
Taylor's too tall.
You can see your head.
Why?
You're
All right.
the illusion.
All right, Tay, I got one for you.
Hey, just sing.
What's the tolerance?
Tay likes this song. Wait, we don't have anybody in the face.
Look at somebody and tell them that Jesus brought the sunshine.
Bob Lee, why don't you come out and you can be in the face today?
Come on, you know he brought the sunshine. Come on, move a little bit. I just want some young people out there.
Hold it up there on the
Just
high.
come on,
Not the
people,
hold
don't
down.
try to go crazy, but come on, give us some love.
All right, everybody down.
Yeah.
Everybody
That's
down.
what I'm talking about.
We got the soloist.
Come on, where are young people?
Very good. Move it. Everybody move and sing. Come on. Side to side, side to side. Give us some sway. This is
We
choir.
love y'all. You heard me every time I prayed.
All right, everybody sing it.
You gave me peace.
Put your heads kind of down. Like
You
this.
gave me the rain.
Looking good. Move this one up. Head down a little.
You put a
Move your mouth a little bit more. With the song.
You brought the sunshine.
Now we're dancing. We're praising. So you're doing the solo. There you go. All right, everybody's gonna go back like you guys say in the Holy Ghost. Go. Go back up.
Jesus is the answer. He breaks every fetter. It really doesn't matter. There's nothing impossible, nothing impossible.
All right, give him a hand, give him a hand. Imagine doing a whole 6-minute song with that.
My arm was hurting.
Your arms would hurt. I think it was the worst. I think it was the worst with the green screen. That was probably the worst. Okay. What I want to do is I want somebody that is going to be brave. I need someone brave. You in the back. You ready? Come on, Miss Camera lady. You are going to come up with a character for this, and you're going to come up with the situation. Don't have to tell me. So if you are not the puppeteer and you're the person up front, you need to be quick on talking to somebody. A lot of times we can be really silly. Oh, that has a squeaky voice. So you have now a choice of being audible or inaudible. Okay. So you have to use your squeaks wisely. Because the kids don't know, but I can translate squeak. So go ahead and go behind the curtain. Yeah, don't worry. No. Tay would be like, okay. So, I'm going to call this puppet Papazar. How are you today, Papazar? No? What? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Are you sad? You're sad? What happened? You don't understand him. I speak his language. I know that.
I see the fingers.
What? Oh, I don't want to see your hand. Come on, you know. So usually we have the sticks for the hands, but let's not use his hands. Let's just use his body and his head. Now, what happened? What? Oh my goodness! You dropped your ice cream on the way here. What flavor was it? Oh, chocolate. Who likes chocolate? Do you like chocolate?
I like chocolate.
What were you doing? You're running with your chocolate ice cream? And what else happened? Oh, you fell, obviously. You told me that. I'm so sorry. Did you? You know, I thought about this the other day. I was reading my Bible, and the Bible says that a righteous man falleth 7 times. But the difference is that we get back up. Did you get back up after you dropped your ice cream? No? What did you do? You ate the ice cream off the floor? Papazar, we're not supposed to be doing that. Oh my goodness. Was it at least good? No. Why wasn't it good? Oh, there was bugs all over it. Ooh, what kind of bugs?
Bugs activated.
Oh, couple worms.
No.
Just think of them like gummy worms, I guess. All right, everybody give her a hand. Good job, good job. All right, who wants to try one now? Let's see, you want to try one? No? Okay, hands up or I'm going to pick someone. You want to try it? Okay, go on, grab one. In the back, you grab anyone you want. All right, and I need one more person to talk to this puppet. We're going to make up something. All right, come on over. I got her, you're all right. If you want, you can give her a voice. Oh no, you're gonna be up front.
Oh, I'm gonna be up.
Yeah, you're gonna be up front.
She said, never mind, I don't want to.
Okay, so the one that we just did, I just thought of something off the top of my head. What happened? Okay, I got a lesson today. I got to talk about falling down and getting back up. So that's what I did with that one. Now you just think of whatever you want to work on, and then the puppet's gonna come out, just kind of go back and forth. Okay? He's gonna be audible, all right? Okay, here we go.
No, I don't.
No, man.
Is it my fault I woke up on the wrong side of the bed?
Well, did you?
No.
Well, why do you sound so grumpy, Mr. Grump?
No. I don't feel like that.
Did you have breakfast this morning?
Yes.
Did you brush your teeth?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, did you shower?
Swimming in a swamp count?
We'll let it slide this time.
Good.
Did you talk to your friends today?
Yes.
Well, what happened?
Nothing happened. I don't know why I feel the way I feel.
Are you just having a bad day?
No.
Do you need some pats?
Maybe. I bite a lot.
That's fine, I have pets at home.
It's in my nature.
Fight it. Fight it.
Okay, yeah.
That make it better.
A little bit. Got to bite something.
All right, let's give it a hand. See, it's stuff like this that is going to be great for your pre-lesson stuff. We try to put something in between in services to make sure that it's tying in all together the entire service. Last week we were talking about hiding things from God, and it had nothing to do with puppets, but I had one of the guys walking around with a box that said Mr. Invisible. He was walking around the room trying to act like he was invisible. It just, obviously the kids could tell and they were just laughing at it. But this is a good way to tie in your lesson, because the kids are going to remember, some grumpy alligator trying to bite people, and he was in a bad mood. Now, on your end, you're doing great, but I would have closed it up with something along the lines of like, well, what's wrong? Why do you feel that? He was giving you fuel, saying, I don't know why I'm grumpy. So we could have been like, hey, sometimes we feel like we're really upset and we don't know why. But you know what we can do? We can pray. If we talk to God, He'll take that away from us. And then, boom, you have your kid's attention. You had your attention with the great voice that he was doing, the grumpiness, and then all of a sudden he turned it 360, boom. Hey, or I'm sorry, 180. Turned it around and said, hey, you know what we can do about that? You had their attention, got it, and then you can execute the spiritual aspect of that silly.